Femi, a hard-working and kind-hearted man, married Simi, the love of his life. From the moment they met, Femi was captivated by Simi's beauty and charm. He promised to give her everything she desired, and he kept his word. Femi worked tirelessly to provide a comfortable life for Simi, showering her with love, gifts, and attention. Femi and Simi seemed like the perfect couple. They were admired by friends and family alike. Femi's colleagues at the office often spoke about how lucky he was to have such a wonderful wife. Little did Femi know that his life was about to take a dramatic turn. Femi's office employed a messenger named Kamal. Kamal was diligent and respectful, quickly earning Femi's trust. Femi often confided in Kamal about personal matters, unaware that Kamal held a dark secret. Kamal was Simi's ex-boyfriend from their village, a fact that both he and Simi kept hidden from Femi. Unbeknownst to Femi, Simi and Kamal had rekindled their romance. They met in secret, reviving the passionate relationship they had shared in their youth. Simi, despite the love and care Femi showered on her, couldn't resist the allure of her past with Kamal. As time went on, the relationship between Simi and Kamal grew stronger. Simi found herself trapped between her duty as a wife and her feelings for Kamal. This double life she led began to take its toll, but she kept it hidden from Femi. Simi soon gave birth to their first child, a boy. Femi was overjoyed and proud to be a father. However, as the child grew, doubts began to surface. The boy bore no resemblance to Femi or anyone in his family. Femi's brother, Habib, was the first to voice his concerns. "Are you sure this child is yours?" Habib asked one day, unable to shake off the feeling that something was amiss. Femi laughed off his brother's concerns. "I know my wife. She would never do anything to betray me. The child is 100% mine. He might not look like me now, but as he grows, he will change and look just like me," Femi replied with conviction. Simi soon became pregnant again, and Femi's joy knew no bounds. However, this second pregnancy, like the first, was the result of her secret meetings with Kamal. Femi remained oblivious to the truth and continued to provide for his family with unwavering dedication. With the birth of their second and then third children, the pattern continued. None of the children bore any resemblance to Femi or his family. Despite growing concerns from his brother and others, Femi stood firm in his belief in Simi's fidelity. As the children grew, their attachment to Kamal became increasingly apparent. They showed an unusual amount of affection towards him whenever he visited. This strange behavior did not escape Femi's notice, and he began to recall his brother's earlier doubts. "Why are the children behaving so oddly around Kamal?" Femi asked Simi one evening, a hint of suspicion in his voice. "They are just children. They like Kamal because he is kind to them. Why are you worried?" Simi replied quickly, trying to dismiss his concerns. Simi became increasingly anxious as Femi's suspicions grew. She did everything in her power to prevent him from discovering the truth. She was particularly adamant about not letting the children go out alone, fearing that Femi might take them for a DNA test. One evening, overwhelmed by fear, Simi sneaked out to Kamal's house. "The truth is almost out. My husband is getting suspicious about the children already. He thinks they are not his." "What do we do?" she asked, panic evident in her voice. Kamal, upon hearing Simi's fears, suggested a drastic solution. "We could eliminate him, get rid of Femi to protect our secret," Kamal proposed coldly. Simi was horrified. "No, I will not do anything like that. We must find another way," she insisted, refusing to entertain the idea of harming her husband. Femi, still troubled by the growing doubts, decided to confide in his parents. He explained the situation at home and shared his concerns about the children. His parents, wise and experienced, suggested a DNA test to confirm the truth. "We need to be sure, Femi. For your peace of mind, you must have the DNA test done," his father advised. When Femi told Simi about his decision to conduct a DNA test, she was furious. "Are you doubting your own children? They are all yours. Why do you want a DNA test?" she asked angrily. Femi, determined to find the truth, refused to back down. "We need to be sure, Simi. It's the only way to put my mind at rest," he said firmly. Despite Simi's resistance, Femi forcefully took all 3 children to the hospital for a DNA test. Meanwhile, Kamal, having heard about Femi's decision, stopped coming to the office, fearing the inevitable revelation. The DNA test results confirmed Femi's worst fears. None of the children were his. Devastated, Femi confronted Simi. Simi broke down in tears, begging for forgiveness. "Please forgive me, Femi. It was the work of the devil. I didn't mean to hurt you this badly," she sobbed. Femi, heartbroken, responded, "Simi, you did this to me for 12 years, 3 children, and none of them are mine. Now who is their father?" Through her tears, Simi confessed, "It's Kamal, the messenger in your office. We were in a relationship long ago in the village." Femi was shattered. The children he had loved and cared for as his own were not his. He felt betrayed and humiliated. His trust had been broken, and his world had been turned upside down. "I loved those children as if they were my own. I gave you everything, Simi. Why did you do this to me?" Femi cried, unable to contain his pain. Simi's confession left Femi reeling. He couldn't believe that the woman he loved and trusted had betrayed him so completely. He felt a deep sense of loss and despair, knowing that the children he had raised were not his. Simi tried to explain, but Femi was too hurt to listen. "You broke my heart, Simi. You destroyed our family. How could you do this to me?" he demanded, tears streaming down his face. Femi's parents, upon hearing the truth, were equally devastated. They had loved and cherished their grandchildren, and now they were faced with the harsh reality that they were not truly their family. Simi, overwhelmed with guilt and shame, could only beg for forgiveness. "I'm sorry, Femi. I never meant to hurt you. Please, forgive me," she pleaded. Femi, though deeply wounded, knew that he had to find a way to move forward. He couldn't let the betrayal define the rest of his life. With the support of his family, he began the difficult process of healing. Simi, on the other hand, had to live with the consequences of her actions. She had destroyed the trust and love that Femi had given her, and now she had to face the reality of her betrayal.